So grab a pen and a piece of paper, because today I'm going to be talking about planning. There is this age-old saying that Benjamin Franklin once said, and he said this: fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Okay, in my opinion, Benjamin Franklin is right. So I've got some hints, I've got some tips, of which there are just 5 for you to follow. And number 1 goes a little something like this. Write out your plan every single day. Know what you're going to be doing every day. Understand what's going to be top of the list, middle of the list, and right at the bottom of the list. Because if you don't, you're not going to get to the end of it, which means you're not going to get nothing done. It is so important that you have this list to hand at any point of the day. I am a little bit geeky about all this kind of stuff, and I have a very small pocketbook. And as something comes to mind, I'm on it, I write it down in my pocketbook, and I am there making sure that I'm crossing these things off that list. And there's nothing more satisfying than that. And I wish I'd known this years ago, years and years and years ago, because it's only been since this last 18 months that I've even begun to even consider a plan. Considering preparing to be ready for tomorrow and the next day and the next 90 days, so on and so forth. It is vital that you plan. Point number 2, and just as important as point number 1, prepare the day before. Getting up in the morning, knowing precisely what you're going to be doing as you walk through those office doors in the morning, again, is vital for actually achieving these things that you set out for the rest of the day. So ensure that at the same time, every single day, you rest your head on that pillow knowing that tomorrow when you wake up, you're going to hit the ground running. Point number 3. If, like me, you have multiple people involved in your day-to-day, shouldn't you consider them? Brainstorming with these people is very, very important with me, that I know that what my tasks are for the day involves them, includes them, and also adds value. So make sure that this list is absolutely properly thought out. It's not full of things that you can cross off really quickly to give you that gratitude or that self-satisfaction that this thing actually does. It's actually designed to make sure that you've got a purposeful day ahead of you, and what you're actually doing is moving a step closer to achieving your goals, which are completely different to your plan. You're achieving your goals and you're actually going to get somewhere in life. To elaborate, there are multiple things that we have to do here as a team, and I have to be involved with as somebody within that business. So we have a role-playing session every single morning at 9:40. That's always on the top of my list, okay? Role-playing is really, really important because it helps these guys understand what they're doing or wrong or right or whatever. They need that critique. So that's always at the top of my list. But in order to do that, what I need to do is discuss with those guys as what objections they're having, what issues they're having, and I've got to brainstorm with them as to what that particular part of my day is going to consist of. We have a creative department as well inside here at Be More Social. So speaking with them, finding out what their duties are for the day, and at some point, will it involve me or not? Point number 4, this comes from a book that I've been told to read that I haven't read yet, and it is Eat That Frog. Basically, it's to do the worst jobs on the list first of all. Get them out the way, okay? One of the things that people do often is they do all the little things because they think, that's only going to take me 10 minutes, that's half an hour's worth of job, and by the time they get to the end of the day, they've got these 2 major tasks on that they've been dreading to do. They're exhausted at the end of this day and they don't feel like they could do it or even muster the strength to continue on with this specific to-do list. So what I suggest you do is you must do the hardest thing on the list first of all. Get them out of the way, get them done, put them to bed so that the rest of the day is an absolute breeze. Because there's these very, very weighty things that you have to do, more often than not, is the things that hold you back from achieving everything that you want to within the day or even within your career. For me, one of the hardest things to do is these videos, okay? I have to prepare them, I have to sit in front of the camera, I have to put time aside, I get David bossing me about, they fill me with dread. After finishing them, I'll be honest with you, I feel so much better, okay? But it is an hour of my day where I'm thinking, oh my God, how do I look? How am I going to be perceived? Is the information going to be correct? They just literally fill me with so much dread. So I get them done, I get them out the way so that you have a video to look forward to every Tuesday, Wednesday. And my final point, which is point number 5, is refer to it. Refer to the list all the time, because again, It's very easy to procrastinate, especially if we're avoiding those big tasks that we don't want to do. It's very easy to procrastinate as people start throwing things into the pot or the mix that you didn't expect. If it's not part of your list, if it's not part of your default diary, then don't do it, because what's going to happen is that list is going to go on and on and on and on, and it's going to become a burden, something that you're just not going to sort of maintain and keep up. This list is important to you. It is the thing that has you doing the task that you need to be doing every single day. And it's really, really important to the growth of your business and your own personal well-being as well. All right, so make sure that you do everything on that list and make sure that you refer back to it on a regular basis. Otherwise, you're just going to come off straight. My bonus tip, if I'm honest with you, is plan a 90-day period, okay? Have a broad idea of where you want to be at the end of that 90-day period. Because simply dividing that by 12 or the 12 weeks gives you your weekly outcomes. By understanding those weekly outcomes will for sure give you those daily things or tasks that you need to be doing every single day to achieve that goal. It is really important that you do that, because that is what's going to give you your task list that actually has you affecting change in your life. The other stuff that fits in between is just the daily things that crop up in running a business, in living life, and everything else that you need to be doing, okay? But what really this list is supposed to comprise of is the thing that's going to affect change in your business and your life. So planning for that 90 days is going to be very important. So if you think I'm talking shit, this is actually the makings of my 90-day plan, okay? I have 4 optimum goals that I want to achieve. Across here is where week 1, I'm going to start with task 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so on and so forth, okay? Let's say, let me take you on goal number 1, and I'll start at the top. Be more social. Rik is to have 25 clients. We're going to employ another guru this quarter, so we want them to be up at 50 clients. We want Elliot to be pushed to 120 clients. What does that look like across the entire quarter? Well, that will look like, for me, over the 12-week period, 2 clients every single week, so that I can then be tending to 25 clients. I know now that I've got to at very least be ringing 5 people a day so that I can have 2 appointments. Again, you can see here my task list is looking very, very obvious to me, and they're aligned very, very closely with my goals. Other things that I put on my task list, as previously mentioned in this video, is to do my role play with the sales team, is to do my creative meetings as well. But your task list should be aligned with your goals first and foremost, and thereafter that, the rest follows suit. I think what's left for me to say is there anything that you want me to speak about? Do you have a topic that you think I could touch on that's going to be of service and help you? I get asked so many questions day to day, but not from you guys, all right? It's important that I am serving you, my YouTube community, probably better, especially seeing as you guys give me the time of day every single week to watch these things. So what do you want me to help you with? Leave a comment below.